Hello, hello. Welcome, one and all. Hello. Welcome to the Trivia Clubhouse. We are live. All right. And I can adjust accordingly. This is now me getting everything in frame. Hello to the great team Rondai. Also to Down by the Bay. Good evening. Glad you're ready to go. Great to have everyone here as we're waiting up till about 7:05 for anyone else to join in a little later. Then that 7 p.m. start before we jump into tonight's trivia. Hope you're all doing well, staying safe, keeping others safe, wearing a mask, all those important things that we need to do. Hello to F. Billy Zane. Hello to the Lord and Lady of Asquith as well. Hi, Mom and Dad. As my parents are in the chat. So if anyone's embarrassing me, you're embarrassing me, then you know it's them. Matt Smith asks, tells if I ask any questions about the obscure Canadian elite basketball league. Thank you very much. This week, he's Googling the answers. I mean, hey, you had a week though. The summer series is still ongoing. It's one of the things I'm enjoying. Very much so. Oh, 9 inches of tropical storm rain falling in or down by the bay, if you will. Yeah, we've had a good rainy day here in Toronto as well, near that Trivia Clubhouse. Matt, I know where you guys are. I just didn't want to actually say anything about it. I realized I'm on a live stream on the internet, so let's just keep it vague. Another family team, want to keep everyone safe, happy, and of course, especially in the theme of Canadian Elite Basketball League questions, just frustrated as much as possible. Hello to Jan. Hello. Hello to Cookie Faced as well. Yes, my producer, my partner, the love of my life. She's in the chat as well to help with any difficulties that arise. She's been fantastic when it comes to production stuff today, making sure I'm on time, making sure the set is dressed and ready to go, making sure the Trivia Clubhouse is a well-oiled machine. Hello to the M. Night Shyamalians as well, or the M. Night Adillion, Schmeldillion, the one-man Schmalian. Good to have you. What were you saying?
Oh, just I do my best. I take the Thursdays.
You do fantastically. Yes, before we get started, welcome to Trivia Club. I'll give the fuller rundown when we get started, but all you need is a pen and a piece of paper to play along. Write down your answers. You can have teams of anywhere from 1 person, 6 people is usually when I like to cap it, but hey, it's the internet, I'll never know. Make sure the questions are talked about off this live chat or outside of the comments on the YouTube video. Keep that competitive spirit sharp, of course. But please do introduce yourself if you haven't already. Let us know your name. Team names are always welcome. Everyone likes to see everyone playing along at home as well. If we can't keep the community going when it comes to Trivia Club in our live locations, although I'd love to hear and see how our live locations are doing. But yes, if we can't do it live. Love to see the community continuing and even growing through these live events from the Trivia Clubhouse. So say hello, and we'll be asking for your questions. No, you're not your questions. Asking for your point totals at the end of the night as well. I was just thinking of two things at once and then immediately lost the plot. I guess they have nice aliens, aka Steamboat Dilly. Mark Paget's glasses as well. Here once again. The nothing's actually on the wall. This is even leaning against it, but the proudly nearby golden rhino head will be on that wall as well. That's for anyone following along with the live chat. No time to explain. Oh, Matt Smith gave a good Dylan-themed team name, Netflix and Dill. I like it. All right, being told to jump into it, shall we? All right, so here we go. Let's start Trivia Club in 5, 4, 3. Hey, welcome one and all to Trivia Club, live from the Trivia Clubhouse. This is the 17th edition of Trivia Club, live from the Trivia Clubhouse. I am Russel Harder, that man with that bow tie, the man with that trivia plan. Trivia's plan for 20 questions tonight, some classic pub-style trivia, some returning featured questions, and of course, those game show games, all ending with your Trivia Royale, a timed question to truly test your knowledge. A little lightning round, but not too fast. Welcome, of course, once again for Trivia Club. Hopefully you're at home, staying safe, staying comfy, and if you're going out wearing a mask, it's the kindness not only for yourself, but the biggest kindness you can do for others, keeping others safe. And also, you're winning friends and influencing people. You might not think you're making a difference, but the more people that see people wearing masks, the easier it is for everyone to wear a mask. As I said, 20 questions tonight, so all you need is a pen and a piece of paper. Grab those pens, grab those papers. We'll be writing down our answers as we go, marking them at the end of this round. I won't be able to interact with everyone as we do in live events, but we do love to hear from you, so let us know in the comments if you're watching this after the fact, or let us know in the live chat what your team name is. If you haven't said hello already, talk amongst yourselves. You're all friends, even if you're here for the first time. All right, last week's anagram, our night-ending Trivia Club anagram. Trivia Club is an anagram for I built a VCR, which is perfect for Trivia Club. Last week's anagram was Juno Alberto Toys. You were asked to find the team name in that. The sports team, that would be the Toronto Blue Jays. Yeah, Toronto Blue Jays. They're back, even if Major League Baseball is not going to be back for too much longer. Let's be realistic. What are we playing for tonight, though? Speaking of gold, I mean, they were good. They have been, those Toronto Blue Jays. Tonight, you can win the majesty, the pride of playing along at home, and also in your mind's eye, you can win that golden VHS. Ooh, golden VHS. It can be whatever you'd like. That golden VHS. Enjoy it. I know I do. Here it is, shooting into the sky. Oh, there you go. Just had to shift it a little bit to find that golden VHS in the frame. Shift back. You can find Trivia Club on triviaclub.ca, and that's the home for all things Trivia Club. We're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Of course, you're watching it right now on YouTube. And of course, we're also on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts as well. Just search for the Trivia Club Network, and that's where Trivia Club is, podcast-wise. which when I get fully going in the technology sense, I'll be getting the podcast versions of these episodes back up. But you can find us on YouTube, of course, anytime, every Tuesday, or around every Tuesday-ish. There's only 3 cardinal rules when it comes to Trivia Club. Those cardinal rules are: be smarter than that internet connection, smarter than those smartphones. Really, the only thing you're cheating if you're cheating at the Trivia Clubhouse trivia is yourself. Don't post any answers in the comments section, as I said before. Keep them off the live chat, not the comments afterwards. Keep that competitive spirit sharp. Write down your answers at home. But we do enjoy general chatter, so use it for that. Love to hear from you. The only other rule of Trivia Club is tell everybody about Trivia Club. Thanks. All right, let's jump into it. Let's jump into that Trivia Club at home. Home. It feels good. It really does. Alrighty. Question number 1 for you. I'm asking you to be our guests. Be our guests. Wait, no, that's a different Disney film. All right. This is the name of the new film on Disney Plus, written, directed, and produced by Beyonce. It is a visual companion to the 2019 album The Lion King, The Gift, though it itself is different from the Lion King film. So it's not the Lion King film, but it's a visual companion to Beyonce's 2019 album The Lion King, The Gift. Name that recently released brand new film on Disney Plus, written, directed, and produced by Beyonce. Question number 2 now. We are getting organized, so with organization in mind, what does the P stand for in AMPAS, the organization that awards the Oscars? Once again, the organization that awards the Oscars, the AMPAS, what does the P stand for? Hello as well to the travel buddies who joined in while I was doing the intro as well. Hello to Agatha Quizty as well. Welcome back. Question number 3 for group thinking. So put your group thinking hats on. What substance is divided into groups called the ABO system? Once again, what substance is divided into groups using the ABO system? That's that question number 3. And question number 4, we're asking you to connect for the point on this question. So there's a connection between the answers of 2 and 3. If you can tell me that connection for question number 4, your connect for, you'll get the point there. Think outside the box. This is free of context from the questions of 2 and 3, but the answers do have a connection. Once again, your question number 2. What's the P stand for in AMPAS, the organization that awards the Oscars? And question number 3, what substance is divided into groups using the ABO system? And question number 4, what's the connection between the answers to 2 and 3? This is a connection between the answers, nothing in the questions. So I'll just take anything that feels like an acronym. Acronym? Yeah, acronym, that's off the table. Acronyms are off the table. Mm-hmm. Question number 5, as you're thinking of that connection, maybe. Question number 5 is called Best Known For. For this one, you name the 4 projects that, according to the InternetMovieDatabase.com and its algorithm, that the following actor is known for. The actor for today's Best Known For, name the 4 movies, yes, 4 movies, that Ellen Page is known for. Ellen Page returning for the 2nd season of Netflix's The Umbrella Academy. But yes, the Umbrella Academy would not be on there because it's 4 movies we're looking for. The 4 movies that IMDb.com says that Ellen Page is known for. The algorithm is decided by a mixture of box office, awards, clickability, I'm sure. Who knows? It's the dark heart of Amazon. And Bezos. I can shake my fist at Bezos because I'm on a Google affiliated website. I feel safer, even though I'm sure that the data of this video is somehow being stored on an Amazon drive somewhere. Once again, yes, for question number 5, what are the 4 movies that Ellen Page is known for, according to IMDb.com? I'll give you a minute or two. Enjoy water from my Trivia Club mug. Question number 6, as you're thinking of Ellen Page. Question number 6 is all about fire, hot fire. This Album of the Year winner at the Grammys by Arcade Fire is celebrating its 10th anniversary this year. So name the album that was the Album of the Year winner at the Grammys by Arcade Fire that is celebrating its 10th anniversary this year. The album that beat out such competition as Lady Gaga and Katy Perry, and I think even Eminem, but at least Justin Bieber, some crazy collection like that. But yes, it was the Arcade Fire album that won it. Name that Album of the Year winner that's celebrating its 10th anniversary this year. That album by at least mostly Canadian, partially Canadian band, Arcade Fire. Question number 7 now. We're gonna take this time for some family time. So question number 7, Alanis Morissette appeared from home on The Tonight Show, singing her new song, Ablaze, joined by this very special guest. Once again, Alanis Morissette appeared from home on The Tonight Show, singing her new song, Ablaze, joined by this very special guest. Question number 8 now. Question number 8, we're going outside the borders. So I'll give you the name. Yes, the name of 2 countries, and you tell me that the color that their flags have in common. Once again, what's the common color between the flags of New Zealand and the Bahamas? Once again, New Zealand and the Bahamas. What is the common color between those 2 flags? All right, that was your vexillology question for tonight. Question number 9. It's time to tag the line. I give you the tagline from a movie poster, and you name that movie. So that movie poster is from a mid-2000s film. So name that film with the poster tagline, he's out to prove he's got nothing to prove. Once again, name that mid-2000s film in which the tagline was, he's out to prove he's got nothing to prove. That was your question number 9, that tag the line. Question number 10 now is our first game show game of the night. That game show game is Survey Says. Survey Says is our spin on the Family Feud. It's an actual Family Feud survey question. So you give me your best guess as per 100 Americans. So your best guess at the actual answer for this upcoming question. As many as 5 points can be won, but you can still win at least 1 point if you do well enough. All right, here we go. Now, question number 10, that survey says, which talk show host would you like to interview you if you were on their talk show? So yes, which talk show host would you like to interview you? And I will say, none of the answers, potential answers, currently have an active talk show. Which is to say, Ellen is not on that list currently until at least she's replaced by Eric Andre. Ellen is not on that list because any of the potential answers do not actually have an active talk show. But yes, which talk show host would you like to interview you? Once again, Ellen or Eric Andre eventually are not on that list. Wait, should I replace Ellen? What year was this question asked? I have no specific like episode date, but I will say the material is trademark 2013. So it could be in the years or seasons before 2013, but up until that would be potential information. But just the fact that none of the potential answers have an active talk show gives you a realm of possibilities. We're thinking 90s, early 2000s, nothing within the last 10 years, or peak 10 years at least. They've certainly been on TV, but they haven't been at that peak recently. But still, those surveyed would like to be interviewed on their talk show, or at least interviewed by that talk show host. Question number 11 now. A river runs through it. All right, so question number 11. This is the longest river in the United States, and that's measured by main stem of the river. This is the longest river measured by main stem in the United States, and I will say the answer shares a name with a state in the US. Oh yes, once again, this is the longest river in the United States measured by main stem, and the answer shares a name with a state in the US. Question number 12 now. It's time for time after time. If you love do do boo, boo boo. Yes, I know it's your dad. Yeah, no, but not your actual dad. The style of singing where you're not actually singing the lyrics, you're just kind of scatting away. Time after time. Okay, I'm going to give you 4 historical events, and you tell me which happened from earliest to the most recent for a point each. So, there's 4 events which happened from earliest to the most recent for a point each. So the first event, jazz legend Louis Armstrong is born. Next up, legend Barack Obama is born. Next up after that, Roots author Alex Haley is born. Another legend, literary in this sense. And finally, recently departed film legend Wilford Brimley was born 40 years. This is that's a shout out to Sean Hussey on the Big Picture podcast for that line. But once again, jazz legend Louis Armstrong is born. Barack Obama, a legend himself, is born. Roots author Alex Haley is born, legendary. And recently departed film legend Wilford Brimley is born. Put them in the order, those birth dates, time of the year, from earliest to most recent for a point each. One more time on your time after time. Louis Armstrong is born. Barack Obama is born. Roots author Alex Haley is born. And Wilfred Brimley is born. Wilfred Brimley, one of those faces where you see him in a movie and you're like, this could be a good movie. I'm in good hands. Question number 13, it's great stuff. Oh, your question number 13. This regular cast member of the original Star Trek TV series replaced Martin Landau on the TV show Mission Impossible as the Great Paris Master of Disguise. Once again, name the regular cast member of the original Star Trek TV series that replaced Martin Landau on the TV show Mission Impossible as the Great Paris Master of Disguise. Question number 14, we're going worldwide. Not hip hop, just worldwide. So, question number 14. After the cancellation of Another World in 1999, several characters from that show made appearances on what other worldly soap opera? So once again, after the cancellation of Another World in 1999, several characters from that show made appearances on what other worldly soap opera? Question number 15, our Countdown Takedown is our second game show game of the night. For the Countdown Takedown, this is the game show game that is played with the Price is Right rules, but with a twist. So you want to give me as close as you can to the actual number without going over. So that means is even if you're 1 over, 0 points. If you're right on, that's 5 points. But if you're within 25%, 25% of the actual number, that is still 2 good points. So 5 potential points on the board. A new project is tracking down the generational gaps in music. For instance, this percentage of Gen Z was unable to place the song With Arms Wide Open by Creed compared to the 24% of millennials that was unable to place it. Once again, a new project is tracking down the generational gaps in music. And one of the notable examples, at least in my mind, this percentage of Gen Z or Zoomers was unable to place the song With Arms Wide Open. Dun, 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 dun. Listen to this place. I mean, I don't quite remember it, but I remember it. With Arms Wide Open by Creed, compared to the 24% of millennials that were able to place it. Yes, we're looking at the percentage of Gen Z or Zoomers, whatever you want to name that generation, that was unable to place the song With Arms Wide Open. Oh, place it as in naming it, I believe. naming it. I'm not sure the detail in which they named it, or if they got like a multiple choice or anything like that, but even just to necessarily name it. And I will say is that 24% of millennials were unable to place the song "With Arms Wide Open" by Creed, which is to say, do you know this song? I don't know it. No, no, I don't know. Not even what year it was from. Just name this. Or do you know this song? Yes, to what detail? I'm not quite sure, but yes, 24% of millennials were unable to place "With Arms Wide Open" by Creed. What percentage of Gen Zers were unable, did not know that song? It's true. If you're singing it at home, there's a better chance. There is a better chance that you're a millennial. It's my core audience, which is to say, just people that know the same thing I do. Generally, not to say that I don't welcome all. Hello to mom and dad. That's true. Now I'm embarrassing my mom and dad. They're doing great with me. I'm the one. Question number 16. This one's called Retitled. So it's the unbracketed title of Green Day's song Time of Your Life. So the Green Day song Time of Your Life, that part's in brackets. So what's the unbracketed part of the title? Yes, for Green Day's Time of Your Life. Something unpredictable, but in the end, that's right. I hope you have the time of your life. Question number 17, one letter difference. So for this one letter difference question, 4 point each on question number 17, by changing one letter, you can either have a green onion or an adult male horse. Once again, yes, point each for each one of these words, but for by changing one letter, you can either have a green onion or an adult male horse. I can see the wheels turning in my producer's head. As she thoughtfully stares out the window, and I narrate it for the internet to enjoy. One more time on question number 17. For a point each for each one of these two words. By changing one letter, you can either have a green onion or an adult male horse. Those are two words with one letter difference. Question number 18 now. It's Back in Black. Back in Black. There you go. Back in Black. A black monolith mysteriously appears at different times in human history in this classic sci-fi film. Once again, a black monolith mysteriously appears at different times in human history in this classic sci-fi film. I also call it a classic stoner film. I only call it a stoner film because that's how they promoted it immediately. Question number 19 now, we're going to ask you about AI, or if you're Scottish, AI. So, question number 19. Mother is a computer on the Nostromo in this 1979 Ridley Scott movie. Once again, Mother is a computer on the Nostromo in this 1979 Ridley Scott movie. And as you're thinking of that question number 19, are there any questions that I can repeat or clarify from the first 19 before we jump into that question number 20? Let me know in the live chat. If you let me know in the comments on the video afterwards, I will be long gone, but you can always scrub back in this video or that video. Question number 7. Here's that question number 7 once again. We're talking about family time. So, Alanis Morissette appeared from home on The Tonight Show singing her new song, Ablaze, joined by this very special guest. I will say for question number 7, I don't need a name. That is what I'll say. I don't actually need a name. Any other questions I can repeat or clarify? Question number 18, and here you go. Alrighty, question number 18 once again. This question was Back in Black. So a black monolith mysteriously appears at different times in human history in this classic sci-fi film. That's your question number 18. If there's nothing else to repeat or clarify, I can segue into question number 20. Let me know in the comments, though, in the chat. All right, we're looking good in the live chat. So I'll start into the explanation on question number 20, our Trivia Royale. Trivia Royale is a timed question. So I'll give you 5 minutes on the countdown clock. I'll check in every once in a while with you on that as well. So you'll have 5 minutes to give me as many of these answers as you can, and I'll give you a point for each one. So, naming any 10 of the 15 total for this question number 20, this Trivia Royale. The NBA and NHL are playing games once again. Smartly, they're playing within a bubble or two, which is a system that has felt a lot more successful than, say, trying something that's more business as usual. Baseball, football, college football. The NCAA is broken. All right, not everything not everyone though was invited into those bubbles. So for a point each, name any 10 of the 15 total teams that were not, I repeat, not invited into the bubbles or hub cities of either the NBA or the NHL. Yes, 5 minutes on the board. Name any 10 of the 15 total teams across the NBA or NHL that were not invited into the bubbles or hub cities. And I'll give you a full point for the full team name. That's both location and like nickname. And a half point for either the location part of that name or the fun part, let's call it. And in total, yes, there were 15 total teams that were not invited because they didn't need to be. Name any 10 of those 15 for a point each. A little less than 4 minutes now remaining. A little less than 4 minutes on the clock. 3:45. 3:45. We're looking for the teams that did not continue their seasons in the NBA or NHL. Which, I mean, might have just been better off, but who knows? It's still entertaining to see NBA and NHL. Game is back, even if we're missing all these teams. 3 minutes on the board remaining. 3 minutes. Maybe I should have just given you 3 minutes on this, but hey, you still got 3 minutes. One more time as we continue to look at that clock ticking away. We're at halftime now. 2:30 remaining. 2:30 remaining. As we restart the NBA and NHL, not everyone has returned. Name any 10 of the 15 total teams that were not invited back into the bubble or hub cities of the NBA or NHL. We're looking for the full name of that basketball or hockey team or both. Since if you name even all of the teams in that sport, it's not quite 10 either way, but more than 10 if you can name more than just the teams in either of those leagues that did not get invited back. A little less than a minute 30 remaining. Do, 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 do. After this, we'll be marking our papers. So pass those papers to your peers, mark your peers' papers, when the time is right. Still have a minute remaining. Fill in any blank answers if you haven't answered all your questions. It's good to make sure that you've answered all your questions. Give yourself as many chances for points as possible. "40 seconds remaining. Coming down to the half-minute mark. Fill in all those blank answers that you might need to. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beep, 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 beep. A beep, 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 beep. Time is up. Yes, that is your time. Time is up. Pens down, hands in the air. Wave them like you just don't care. Because every time you step into the building, everybody's hands go up and they stay there. All right. Let's mark those questions from this night of Trivia Club live from the Trivia Clubhouse. So, Trivia Club at home. Question number one, answer number one, be our guest, even though I'm singing about a different Disney movie. This is the name of the new film on Disney Plus, written, directed, and produced by Beyonce, a visual companion to the 2019 album The Lion King, The Gift, though it is itself different from the Lion King film from 2019, 2018. Time is fluid these days. That new film on Disney Plus is Black is King. Black is King. For the point there. Question number two, we're getting organized. What does the P stand for in AMPAS? The organization that awards the Oscars. That would be the P stands for picture. Picture. The American Motion Picture Association. S. I don't have the actual acronym here, but P stands for picture. Question number three, group thinking. What substance is divided into groups using the ABO system? That would be the substance that is blood. Blood. Get your A type, your B type, your O type, and the positives and the negatives of the whole system. So, what is the connection between picture and blood? Are both things that can be drawn. Drawn. Draw. Draw blood, draw a picture. For your question number four, do we have another potential answer from the producer?
That was impossible.
No, nothing from the producer. Except for didn't seem not to get dropped. But I like it. I like it. I don't know about you. I once was playing cowboy, sort of like doing the shoot off with my dad when I was younger. And he said draw, so I walked away and started drawing a picture. There you go. Draw.
Both have negatives.
Both have negatives. Both have negatives. I'll accept that actually. Picture negative and blood negative. And things that can be taken is the same thing as drawn, so I'll accept that. Just wording it slightly longer, but the same idea. Carrie picture? Oh yeah, Carrie is like a motion picture. Blood. Carrie. I don't know why that one's sticking in my craw. Is it quite getting there for me? It's not quite getting there for me. I'm sorry. Carrie, no points. But good try. Good swing at it. Alrighty, question number 5. Best known for. So what are the 4 movies that, according to imdb.com, the algorithm of that website, the actor Ellen Page is known for? Those 4 movies for a point each are Juno for a point, Inception for a second point, Hard Candy for a third point, her breakout role, which is more uncomfortable every year. I mean, it was uncomfortable then, of course, immediately. And X-Men Days of Future Past. The X-Men movie was not the one that she was mostly in, but she was a focal point of, at least. So there you go. Once again, Juno for a point, Inception for a point, Hard Candy, and X-Men Days of Future Past. For those who said Trailer Park Boys, I said movies. But she was also in that. Question number 6, talking about Hot Fire. So this Album of the Year winner at the Grammys by Arcade Fire is celebrating its 10th anniversary this year. That would be The Suburbs. The Suburbs. Great album. Great stuff. Good listen. Question number 7, family time. It's what's making us happy this week. One of the things. To borrow a pop culture happy hour phrase. Alanis Morissette appeared from home on the Tonight Show, singing her new song "Ablaze," joined by this very special guest. That would be her daughter. Yes, her daughter. Daughter's name is Onyx. Yes, we're just looking for her daughter. It was very adorable. Question number 8. Going outside the borders. I give you the name of 2 countries and you tell me the color that their flags have in common. Those 2 countries are New Zealand and the Bahamas, and that common color is blue.
Excuse me.
Gesundheit. Blue makes you sneeze. Blue. Question number 9. Tag the line. Alanis Morissette's daughter was not an elephant. Good question. Thank you. Good question, though. I like it. Question number 9. This mid-2000s film had the tagline, "He's out to prove he's got nothing to prove." That would be Napoleon Dynamite. Napoleon Dynamite. Oh, and for the Ellen Page X-Men question, she was also in X-Men The Last Stand. That was her Juggernaut scene. Or her scene against the Juggernaut. Not a good X-Men movie, but a cast with potential. Let's give it that. So, question number 10. Survey says. So with survey says, we asked you to give you their best guess at this question as per 100 Americans asked. give you their best answer. Anyway, which talk show host would you like to interview you? Would you like to interview you? If you were not you, but someone else, an American, surveyed for this question. None of the answers currently have an active talk show. So those answers for at least a point, as much as 5 points. We'll start with the 1 point answer. If you said this talk show host, well, you could have gotten a point by the hair on your chinny chin chin. That would be Jay Leno. Jay Leno, because of the chin. Yeah, I liked it. For this next answer, you get 2 points, and people will be chanting your name. Jerry, Jerry, Jerry. Got a spring in your step. Jerry Springer. Jerry Springer. This next answer for 3 points is a room with a view, or a house with a view. The View. That would be Barbara Walters. Could also say this host would really soften you up. A nice soft lens. Baba Wawa. Alrighty. This next answer for 4 points. It's 4 points, but there's still a pretty big gap between 4 points and 5 points. A gap between the teeth. That would be David Letterman. It's a top 10 answer. Top 10. And that number 1 answer for 5 points, somebody that you'd like to interview you even though they don't currently have a talk show. Well, I could come up with a good pun on this name, but I'd just be left with a big fat, no, that's not a 0, that's an O. Oprah for 5 points. Oprah for the win free. For the win free. Once again, 5 points for Oprah, 4 points for David Letterman, 3 points for Barbara Walters, 2 points for Jerry Springer, and 1 point for Jay Leno. And nothing against Jay Leno, but I guess I'm kind of saying something against Jay Leno here. Well done, America, for giving David Letterman the number 2 spot and Jay Leno the number 1 spot, or the number 5 if you had to give him a spot. Just good job. Question number 11. A river runs through it. So this is the longest river in the United States. Oh yeah, that would have been a good one for Oprah. You get 5 points. You get 5 points. Everybody gets 5 points. Nicely said. Thank you, Matt Smith. All right, question number 11. A river runs through it. This is the longest river in the United States, measured by main stem, and shares a name with a state in the U.S. That would be the Missouri River. Missouri River. And I will say that's why I specified measured by main stem, because if you just Google it, Mississippi comes out longer. If you go to Wikipedia for the longest river, they say measured by main stem, Missouri is longer than the Mississippi. And though it is longer by main stem, it does hold less water by volume than the Mississippi, which is a bigger river just by its size. And the Missouri River is also a tributary, or flows into the Mississippi. So counted together, they're somewhere between the 3rd and the 6th. That part I don't have written down, but they're one of the biggest rivers in the world. But yes, the longest river in the United States, measured by main stem, is the Missouri River, slightly longer than the Mississippi. Though the Mississippi does hold more water. There you go. Question number 12 now. Time after time. Time after time. Which of these happened? These historical events happened from earliest to most recent for a point each. I'll go from earliest to most recent. This is a point for each correct placement. If it's even one spot off, no points. So first up, in 1901, on August 4th, so today was the birth of Louis Armstrong, so happy birthday to Louis Armstrong, born in 1901. Next up, in 1921, Roots author Alex Haley is born in 1921. In 1934, recently departed film legend Wilford Brimley was born, 1934. And today in 1961, yes, another birthday boy, that'd be Barack Obama is born. Happy birthday to Barack Obama, who I know is watching this right now. So once again, in order of birth years, I guess, for today's Time After Time, that number one spot goes to Louis Armstrong, and then Alex Haley, then Wilford Brimley, and then Barack Obama. Question number 13 now. Great stuff. Great stuff. Just like the Flames being up 3-1 in their hockey game. Great stuff. 3-2. Still good. Still good. Not as great. Still good. So question number 13. This regular cast member of the original Star Trek TV series replaced Martin Landau on the TV show Mission Impossible as the Great Paris, Master of Disguise. It's actually fitting that this person took over for Martin Landau, as Martin Landau almost got this person's role on Star Trek. That would be Leonard Nimoy. Leonard Nimoy. Question number 14, worldwide. After the cancellation of Another World in 1999, several characters from that show made appearances in another worldly soap opera. That'd be As the World Turns. These are the days of the world. Now, a different one, but As the World Turns is that soap opera. Question number 15, our countdown takedown. You wanted to give me your best guess at this number. We're looking for the number that connected to a new project by The Pudding, I will say, website The Pudding, that is tracking down the generational gaps in music. It's very interesting, highly entertaining. For instance, the percentage of Gen Zers or Zoomers, although it still feels like the wrong way to put it, was unable to place the song With Arms Wide Open by Creed. With arms wide open, etc. Compared to just 24% of millennials. So compared to 24% of millennials, what percentage of Gen Zers just did not get it? That would be, can I get a drum roll, please? 91%. 91%. Let's just say it was not a song that carried through that generation gap. At 91% of Gen Zers did not know this one. Could not place it. I don't get it. So 91, if you said 91, that's 5 points. 5 points. 5 points. Anywhere between 90 and 68 is 2 points. 90 and 68, so you still had to shoot pretty high. I would say as well, poor Creed, but Scott Stapp seems like a pretty awful guy. So it's once again 91 gets you 5. Anywhere between 90 and 68 will get you 2 points. 2 big points. Well, then all those who took a big swing and said that, no, the kids don't get it. Kids don't like the Creed. Speaking of sense memory, I guess, or recall when it comes to songs of our millennial youth, it's the unbracketed title of Green Day's song, Time of Your Life. If I even just brought up the song and you have originally thought of the opening where he's trying to get that chording, the tune of the guitar correctly, and he swears, and it's just a wonderful bit of music. That would be Good Riddance, Time of Your Life. So Good Riddance, and then brackets, Time of Your Life. For that point there. Question number 17, one letter difference. So for a point each, by changing one letter, you can either have a green onion or an adult male horse. So by changing just the second letter, in this case, you'll either have a scallion for a point or a stallion. Scallion or stallion. So a point for scallion, a point for stallion. Question number 18, Back in Black. Back in Black. I think I just write some of these just to give myself an excuse to sing, even if it's just like 3 or 4 words. A black monolith mysteriously appears at different times in human history in this classic sci-fi film, The Ultimate Trip. So you know it's good. It is 2001, A Space Odyssey. Black monolith, something something aliens, something something space child, you know, 2001. Question number 19, our artificial intelligence, our AI. Mother is it's a great song, but also Mother is a computer on the Nostromo. In this 1979 Ridley Scott movie, we're looking for alien, not the pluralized aliens, but alien. Alien will get you a point. Aliens with an S will be 0 points. It's the danger of that one. Alien. Question number 20 now, our Trivia Royale. Even though the NBA and NHL are back, hockey, basketball, they're back in bubble form. Even though they're back, 15 teams from those 2 leagues combined did not get an invite because they were not any good this year. They just sometimes, in some cases, just missed out. And actually, in the case of all teams from California in the NHL, nobody made it. So it was even Steven with that one, at least. So the unlucky or lucky, depending on your viewpoint, teams for this year in the NBA and NHL for a point each, the Charlotte Hornets, the Chicago Bulls. Remember, if you're half of the full name, it's half a point. So half a point for Chicago, half a point for Bulls. Continuing down the line. The New York Knicks, the Detroit Pistons, the Atlanta Hawks, the Cleveland Cavaliers, also except the Cleveland Cavs, the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Golden State Warriors. And the NHL teams, the Buffalo Sabres, the New Jersey Devils, the Ottawa Senators. Oh yeah, them. They're back next year. Detroit Red Wings, the Anaheim Ducks, the Los Angeles Kings, and the San Jose Sharks. Once again, Charlotte Hornets, Chicago Bulls, New York Knicks, Detroit Pistons, Atlanta Hawks, Cleveland Cavaliers, Minnesota Timberwolves, Golden State Warriors, Buffalo Sabres, New Jersey Devils, Ottawa Senators, Detroit Red Wings, Anaheim Ducks, Los Angeles Kings, and San Jose Sharks. Let us know how you did in the comments. I'll start reading off team names and point totals that they got in a little bit of time. I'll let you add up your points. A correct answer will get you a point unless it's a half point as we agreed upon in the meantime. 44 possible points can be won. Thank you to my producer for that information. I love you. She said the same thing back. She said it really quietly. Don't worry. All right, here is the bonus trivia, a tiebreaker if needed. As always, for the Trivia Clubhouse, the potential tiebreaker that you can use at home. Keep the answer out of the chat. It'll just be more fun for everybody. I built a VCR, which itself is an anagram for Trivia Club. So find the Emmy nominee, that's all I'll give you, the Emmy nominee in the following anagram. That anagram is Their Nomad Allen. Their Nomad Allen. All righty. Just once again, find the Emmy nominee in that anagram. Their Nomad Allen. We'll give you the answer at the top of next Tuesday's Trivia Club. And before we sign out, let's see how the teams that played live did from home. So well done to Down by the Bay, who got 31 points, 27 points for the Questionables, 25 points for Travel Buddies, 35 points for Cookie Faced, 34 points for F. Billy Zane, 37 points for Team Mark Pagette's Glasses, the Lord and Lady of Asquith got 30 points, 1.5 points for Treasure Butt. Well done, Treasure Butt. That'd be Treasure Butt Patrick Dixon edition. Nice. 40 points for the team that scored 40 points. That team is currently with the most points this week. 4 points for Jan. 22.5 points for your producer and mine. Rondai 8 says, wow. Rondai gets 8 points. They also say, wow. 39 points for Agatha Quizdy. And 26 points for the M. Night Shyamalan. Because they thought that America liked Jay Leno more. Hey, fair. It's fair. Because he doesn't know sports. Also fair. Thank you all once again for joining in. Well done this week to the team that scored 40 points, and to all other teams. Thank you once again for joining, and thank you for taking part in the chat and otherwise just spending this time with me on this Tuesday evening. It's always appreciated. Even though I'm looking at that green light recording this for YouTube, I'm still connected to the Trivia Club community, and that I very much appreciate. So thank you for joining in. Trivia Club wise, friend wise, family wise, great to have you all involved as always. No, thank you. As I said, 44 possible points tonight to be won. We'll be back August 11th. Yes, August 11th for more Trivia Club next Tuesday. And yeah, thanks for supporting Trivia Club. Tonight's champions are all those that stayed inside, and if you went out, stayed safe, kept others safe, wearing that mask. Wear your masks. That's the best we can do for the year plus ahead of something like this. So keep up the good work. We all appreciated having you. The chat's making me laugh. We'll see you all next Tuesday. And without much further ado, I guess there's just one more thing to say. It's the same thing we say at the end of every trivia night. So say it along with me and join with me.
I'm busy replying to Matt's.
She's busy in the chat. Remember, it's not what you know, it's what you learn along the way. Yay!
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. I love you. Good stuff.